I'm going to share with you some common design mistakes that you might be doing in your home and what we can do instead to create interesting, balanced, and harmonious space and how to fix them. Decorating with rugs, artworks, and coffee tables that are too small for the room make it feel empty and disjointed which cheapens the space. If artwork be too small, your eyes will go towards blank space around it. The general rule is half to two-thirds to the width of the furniture. Similarly, coffee tables that are too small will make the room feel empty. The general rule is that the coffee table will be at least half the horizontal length of the sofa and no more than two-thirds. Choosing an area rug that is too small for the space makes the room smaller. An area rug helps to ground define a room at depth and texture. It's important to make sure the furniture fits on the rug or at least the front legs of all pieces in the space. A dining room rug should fit the table and chairs and allows space for chairs to be pulled out from the table. And a bedroom rug should extend at least about 60 centimeters on all sides of the bed. The scale of furniture items and how they work together is important to make balance and interest in addition to balancing tall and short pieces. Use a variety of sizes of furniture but make sure they are in proportion to each other. Furniture and decor that is all the same level lacks interest and makes a space look flat. Try to vary the heights of your furniture pieces and add some interest with tall plants, tall lamps, floor mirrors, and wall art to balance the shorter pieces. These different height levels will draw your eyes around the room and create an interesting and balanced space. A common mistake in small spaces is using heavier and darker furniture. Fix it up using pieces with a lighter visual profile like slim lines for legs on tables and chairs. And also another mistake is choosing furniture that's visually appealing but uncomfortable or impractical. Filling the room with too much furniture or decor is wrong, so need to consider functionality and leave room for movement and negative space. People may think varying colors, patterns, or textures will look chaotic, so they play safe by sticking to one palette or style. Buying entire matching sets of furniture can result in a lack of visual interest. For example, sticking exclusively to one material, such as all metal or all wood furnishings, without mixing textures. In this way, a room looks flat and one-dimensional, without layers of colors, textures, or contrast. So how to avoid these mixed textures? Combine soft fabrics, rough woods, or shiny metals for a dynamic feel. Or you can use contrast. Contrast light and dark elements or bold and neutral tones to create visual interest. Hanging curtains drawing can make the windows look smaller, ceilings look lower, and also reduce the amount of light that enters in a room. Mounting the curtains dry too close to the window frame rather than high up near the ceiling can make the room feel smaller and less ground. And also installing the rod aligns with the edge of the window will blind part of the glass when open. This reduces natural light and make the windows appear smaller. So solution is position the rod closer to the ceiling and extend the curtain right behind the window frame about 6 to 12 inches each side. This allows the curtains to be pulled completely off the window when open. Using only overhead lighting can make a room feel harsh, cold, and clinical. Additional ambient lighting in the form of wall lights and lamps will give your space a much cozier and relaxed feel. Another mistake is to have high contrast on flooring. We must know how and where to use it. In small spaces, looking for uniformity in the flooring. For example, if you are going to put different flooring, make sure they are in the same color family. If you opt for high contrasting colors, our brain will immediately create a visual limit and boundaries that will divide our space into different areas. The same concept lies when using color. The same concept applies when choosing rug colors. If you have light wood flooring, opt for a rug that has a similar tone. By doing this, you will define the area by the different texture, but you will not create strong visual limits that interrupt your space uniformity.